Today is Wednesday, January 20th, 2021, and we are on our ninth lesson, which is called Zinn and Columbus. Our lesson objective today is I can write a historical argument for or against Columbus Day. So yesterday we learned about the motivations and effects of Christopher Columbus. And today we're going to grapple with that and we're going to consider the federal holiday of Columbus Day, which is in October, and whether or not it should still be a federal holiday. And that's why you're going to write a historical argument for the second half of this lesson. And we're going to use an excerpt from this man, Howard Zinn, from his book called A People's History of the United States, which starts off with Howard Zinn talking about Columbus. So we're going to read that little excerpt, which also includes two excerpts from Columbus's journal, different from what we read yesterday, to sort of maybe see how Columbus felt about the indigenous peoples and just sort of think about and unpack Columbus a bit more. And like I said, in the objective, we're going to be writing a historical argument, which we did learn in Unit 1 and we have practiced and we're going to continue to practice. So I just want to remind you, a historical argument is not supported by opinions, it's not made up on the spot, and it's not won by the person who can yell the loudest. A historical argument is supported by information from reliable sources. We're relying on Howard Zinn, some of his words, secondary source along with primary source. We're looking at Columbus's own words and we are interpreting them. And it's researched and carefully put together. So there are three components of a historical argument. There is a claim, there is evidence which supports the claim, and then there's analysis or reasoning or explanation, which is what supports your evidence, what makes your evidence understandable to your reader. Evidence is going to be something from this excerpt of A People's History of the United States. That's what you're going to use to support the claim that you write for or against keeping Columbus Day as a federal holiday. And I want to remind you that in a historical argument, we don't use I, my, we, us, any sort of statement that sort of puts you like in the story as I think this or this is my opinion. You don't have to say that. You can just say Columbus Day should not be a federal holiday, or Columbus Day should be a federal holiday. We know that that is your opinion because that's your claim, and you're going to have it with the because statement. That's going to give us a little taste as to what your evidence and analysis will look like. So with that being said, we are going to get started right away with looking at our excerpt from Zinn's book. We're going to watch and listen or read it 2 times through. You're going to read it to yourself 2 times, or you're going to watch and listen to it 2 times. So we are on step 2. Padlet is in your Jupyter inbox. Head right to your watch and listen or read to yourself. Please pay close attention to any of the annotations that we have added in. And if there's anything in here that is not clear to you, please don't hesitate. Raise a virtual hand. So head over to this Padlet.